If you're like me, when you go to the produce section of your favorite grocery store, you automatically go to your favorite fruits and vegetables first. But inevitably, there's always one vegetable that never makes it into my cart at least. It's the Brussels sprout. But these days, thanks to some determined farmers and chefs, the Brussels sprout is getting a makeover that might just make you give them a second chance. You might say, just like Rodney Dangerfield, Brussels sprouts get no respect. The California Department of Food and Agriculture doesn't even list them in its annual crop report, and if this state doesn't acknowledge them, no state will, because California is the only real significant producer of Brussels sprouts. And whether you love them or hate them, it seems like everyone has an opinion on them, one way or the other.
I love them. I think they're great.
I hate Brussels sprouts.
While opinions may vary, for many shoppers, Brussels sprouts still remain an enigma. A vegetable that may look interesting, but not quite interesting enough to try.
That if prepared properly are very, very tasty, and it takes a little bit of practice or a chef or some expertise to really bring out the flavor in some of them.
Bringing out the taste of Brussels sprouts is exactly what Chef Ted Walter of Passion Fish Restaurant in Pacific Grove has been doing for the last 10 years. Located on the coast near Monterey, the restaurant offers a unique California dining experience with an ever-changing menu of the freshest produce in town. And believe it or not, Chef Ted is undaunted by the negative connotations Brussels sprouts seem to elicit from diners. Instead, he's intent on making believers out of people like me who normally wouldn't touch the things.
When we hear that, we love that. So, oh, well, you need to try it. We send out a salad, and almost all the time they'll say, oh my God, I love that. I've never had Brussels sprouts like that. How you doing tonight?
Good, good. What have we got?
We have some Brussels sprouts. I understand you've never had Brussels sprouts before. Well, here they are, and we have it prepared in our special salad, and it's with corned beef ham, black grapes with a mustard vinaigrette, and ricotta salted cheese. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. Can't go wrong with cheese.
That's right.
One of the few vegetables to originate from Northern Europe, Brussels sprouts get their name from being cultivated near the Belgian capital in the late 16th century. After World War I, cultivation grew and spread to the United States, with the central coastal area of California being one of the hotbeds for it. Today, this is where you'll find the Rodoni family farming the cabbage's little cousin. Now in their third generation of farming, it is a true family affair, with both Steve, his brother, his dad, and even his kids farming more than 600 acres of Brussels sprouts in the Moss Landing area near Monterey.
You can see here as they grow in a spiral and rings coming up, the spirals defined. They tend to mature quicker on the bottom than the top.
Harvest is an interesting one, where workers begin by cutting off the leaves on the stalks, then coming through and cutting the whole stalks off, and then feeding them through the harvester. From there, they are taken to a packing shed where they are washed, sorted, and sized. Some destined for the frozen market and some for the fresh. They process more than 30,000 sprouts an hour, with demand actually seeing an upswing of late.
Our industry was pretty much a frozen food industry for decades, and the fresh market consumption of Brussels sprouts has actually gone up in recent times, and having a lot of these chefs fix them and showing people how to prepare them has really helped us in that end, because a lot of the problem with Brussels sprouts is in how they're prepared. If they're overcooked, they tend to get bitter.
So finally, it seems like the time has come for Brussels sprouts to have their time in the sun, so to speak. After centuries of being denigrated, criticized, and left uneaten, the vegetable is finally seeing a renaissance among chefs, diners, and even kids, all of whom are branching out a little from their regular produce choice and liking what they eat. And along the way, they are doing the unthinkable, saving the sprout, one impassioned plea at a time.